God, I can't take Alan seriously when he sat like that. Good evening and welcome to
Nunes.
Somebody will get to it. Alan will come to the front of the audience in a moment and officially apologise to Matheus Nunes for the crap that he spoke about him for a long time. But anyway, good evening. Welcome to the Mancunian Way. My name is Martin. I'm your host. City smash Burnley Football Club. It finished 3-1. It should have been about 8-1. What are you doing that at?
It was 3-1. Wasn't 8-0. Andy. Don't be like that, Andy.
What have I been telling you about Nunes, though?
He played well.
Anyone.
All right, bring it to the fore. Nunes played well for the first half, but none of them played well in the second half, apart from the first minute. They were very lackadaisical and very sloppy in the second half. First half, they played well. Nunes played well against a absolute shit defence. And let's face it, they were awful.
Does Alan watch reruns from 2004 rather than 2024?
No, mate, they weren't. Burnley were awful first half defensively. Jesus.
You can only beat what's in front of you, mate, and we dispatched them in second gear.
I agree with you. Andy. The second half, I thought we were sloppy and poor, especially the last 20 minutes. We just went lethargic and couldn't be bothered.
Iptros, good evening, mate. Shocking crowd once again this year.
I agree.
We'll talk about the crowd more at the weekend. City fans have made a statement tonight, and let's hope the owners take heed of it. Because there was empty spots all over the ground tonight. All over. Alan, speak about Nunes today. Great performance.
First half, he was very, very good. But I wasn't impressed with Burnley's tracking back or any sort of marking at the back. Very good. I've got Richard Glenn Williams texting me every 10 seconds at the moment about Nunes. So there you go.
Professional performance. Alvarez and KDB, fantastic. Man of the match was Rodra.
As a City fan, I was delighted the way Burnley played.
Well, yeah, exactly, because they were crap, and they were crap. And Vincent's got a very tough job to keep them up, if possible, from what I saw today.
Charlie, I really hope Alvarez gets some credit today. He's been heavily criticised. People saying he needs the rest. I'm not sure he does. I think he has shown a little bit of tiredness in the last few games, but today he was electric.
Happy birthday, Alvarez.
Yeah, happy birthday too.
I will say one thing in case I forget after. What we saw tonight was the first time we've seen it this season, and that's everybody apart from Akanji back. We've had the luxury tonight of being able to rotate and rest players, and that is the difference. We've had the luxury of putting players in their natural position, dare I say it. We just looked so comfortable. We took players off. Yeah, okay, Rodri went off for the last 7 minutes, including added on time and stuff, but 7 minutes is 7 minutes. That just shows now we've got that control where we can allow players to go off. Nunes was brilliant tonight. There wasn't a bad performance, in all honesty. If I'm being overcritical, I'd say, dare I say it? No, I'm not going to be overcritical. I'm going to be positive collectively. We can only be what's in front of us. Second gear, 3 points. All the players back. Happy days for me. Good night. God bless.
Pat, any negativity from you before we get going?
No, I think Alan just summed it all up, so it's fine.
Well. I won't criticise you. We conceded a late goal. We didn't need to. That's all I said, because we couldn't be arsed second half. Because we were 3-0 up.
Alan, are you more worried about the fact that this game could have been a good chance to pad the goal difference?
Well, I wanted us to score 4, 5, 6. Yes, we could have done that.
I want me do that.
Well, it's up to us, mate. We were sloppy, especially the last 20 minutes. Jesus.
It's your favourite word that tonight, and it's sloppy.
Well, we're first half.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll read you out Alan's text messages from the game tonight. Evening, Blue Goat. Sorry I missed stream. Yes, Patrick, USA pre-season. See you then. This is not Tinder. Behave, you two. Is Alan on? Yes, he is, Liza. Good evening, Blue.
Can we swipe you off the screen, Martin, please?
Ooh. Good evening, Blue. Soaking wet through. Listen, I was drenched before I'd even got into my seat tonight. I was absolutely drenched because I was down. I had to go over to the City Chipper to do that filming, which will be out February 10th.
Did you have chips and curry sauce or chips and gravy?
I didn't have anything.
Okay.
Grinch is back. Don't call Andy the Grinch.
You know,
Nunes assist for second goal.
All the time of year for the Grinch.
When all said and done, it's Alan's opinion. If we all agreed on stuff, it'd be a boring place.
No,
That agrees with Alan. He's Burnley the shit. God, my God.
Mate, the other thing, when they changed formation second half and went 5 at the back and 4 in front, we just took our foot off the pedal, and that's being honest, we did. And I was.
So you want him to go all out?
Eh?
You want him to go all out?
Well, we could have scored 5, 6 for our goal difference today, but we go and concede a stupid goal when we don't need to.
We could have, but saying that, if my auntie had a willy, it'd be my uncle. Don't matter, does it?
And me had a wheel.
Alan, look at it this way. If we'd conceded that goal 20, 30 minutes earlier, maybe we'd be a little bit different attitude towards the game. It was scored in the 92nd minute, mate. I was like,
yeah, and I know what you're saying.
I know you don't like conceding, but I mean that just burnt clock on extra time. So I know you don't. I know no one likes, especially speak for Edison. I mean, obviously he was probably gutted. He dropped a clean sheet, but look, if you're going to concede a goal, do it at the death.
Yeah,
can't really fault him.
But
listen, we are going to talk about the goal difference because we probably have. I think people are getting a bit panicky over the Liverpool because they're scoring goals for fun at the moment. We were playing Burnley FC tonight, guys, and we should have scored 5 more goals.
Yeah.
I had 2 empty seats either side of me. There was
get some deodorant then.
There's empty seats all over the show tonight.
Oh yes.
Mine wasn't. I couldn't go tonight, but I gave a friend of mine who doesn't have the opportunity to go to City that often. I give him my tickets, so my seats were still full.
Charlie, my seats were brilliant tonight. I was in level 1 Colin Bell. Atmosphere isn't great. The atmosphere was pants full stop tonight, mate.
It was always going to be with the empty seats, the weather, because you'd have had people who would have had tickets tonight and seen the weather and knew it was on TNT Sport and thought, I can't be bothered going out in that tonight. There's been
a big thing made about it. Obviously, 1894 have tweeted out and everything about they can't be charging people 63 quid minimum to walk into a stadium against Burnley. They can't be doing that.
What, all over the ground it was 63? I don't believe that.
Alan. All right, then. It wasn't then, Alan.
Not all over.
No, Alan, I might be over for. I'm going to be over. Probably be over for Brentford at home. And I was looking at tickets on the website. It was 58 quid for like everywhere.
It was 63 quid minimum for an adult ticket in the stadium, Alan. Anywhere. What? Do I come on here and lie? Is this what Alan thinks I do?
You quote where you have to pay.
Fake news, man. Fake news. Alan, we get you. This is why you want the Super League, and we get it, and you want all this. But the problem what I'm trying to say to you, mate, is
hang on.
Stop. Empty stadium. Let them do it.
We're talking us, mate. I never said we want the Super League. I just said with Andy, we turned around and said it's going to happen eventually.
Got like one here. Doku good today, but there's still times to find a ball. Thought he was better defensively. I thought going forward he wasn't great, but I thought defensively he was a lot better today.
Yeah, he worked hard.
His work rate was far off. He was much better today. Happy optimistic, Doku.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't get past kicking my Sampa every time I see the lad play. I really, really can't.
Hey, Andy, do you know that when he was at City, his nickname? Do you know when he was at City, his nickname was Chris?
Yeah.
Christmas hamper. Yep. I love that.
And by the way, sorry, in case Martin forgets, me and Martin are doing a show tomorrow. We're going to let all these journalists, organisations have it both barrels. Pat, Alan, you're more than welcome, but I'm not going to be holding back on these numpties. I'll tell you that now.
Yep, Andy, they just tell
I'll
lies.
be around, mate.
They tell lies and they spin everything, and you know they do.
You're going to get it both barrels.
Yep, good. Don't hold back either.
I won't be. And another one on ours as well. I've got 2 confirmed as well for Izzy Christensen and also John Stapleton. So
nice. That'll be good, yeah.
They're a bunch of liars.
No, the atmosphere was not good tonight, mate. It was terrible.
I would
on TV, I could hear the South Stand trying, but that was about it, really.
I'd say those who wasn't there, like me, don't criticise the atmosphere tonight because it's not fair on those who were there in terrible conditions, trying the best. So please give everybody who's there a little bit of respect.
That's
and
a man of
don't
knowledge. No,
Martin, if you had seats at the side of you empty, why didn't you put your feet over them and just like?
I didn't have seats at the side of me empty.
Alan, you've got seats at the side. Are you empty there? Look.
Look, hang on.
I didn't have seats at the side of me empty.
Just there we go. You can talk to me now.
Right. Anyway, let's get into it. Manchester City 3, Burnley 1. The lineups was as follows. Get my voice back. Edison returned in goal. Rico Lewis. John Stones was the surprise one for me tonight. Nathan Aka, Josko Gavardio, Rodri, Mateus Nunes came in for Kovacic, Phil Foden, Kevin De Bruyne, Jeremy Doku, and Julian Alvarez. On the bench, the Harlem Globetrotters was back. Strongest bench we've had all season. Kyle Walker, Ruben Diaz, Mateo Kovacic, Erling Braut Haaland, Jack Grealish, Stefan Ortega, Bernardo Silva, Gomez, and Oscar Bob. Burnley lined up as follows. They had James Trafford in goal, former City EDS player, De Silva, O'Shea, Ekdal, Aldakhill, Goodmanson, Berg, Brownhill, Udderbert, Foster, and Amadouni. On the bench for them was Court, Robert, Zazora, Ramsey, Fofana, who came on and did very well for their goal. Cullen, Brun Larson, Masengo, and Muric. So, Pat, what do you think of the lineup?
Plenty of rotation in mind. I was curious to see as to how we were going to play going forward with Lewis and Stones as to who would fill into the midfield role. But probably within the first 10 minutes, you could already tell that it was Rico who was moving into the middle. John Stones, I figured, starting a match after coming back from injury, probably he was told to be more defensive minded than, go off on his own, go off roaming through the midfield and that. The thing I was thinking about during this match when I was just watching, Nunes play and Rico and that, and I was thinking, of this starting lineup, and I'll get all the panel to say about this. Do you think this would get in the same situation, the same scenario? Do you think this would have been the same lineup if we were playing at Dyche Burnley? Because I think we'd be playing a lot more physical players who would be muscling, a lot more physical opposition who'd be muscling our players off the ball. So for me, I'd still keep Doku in there because of the low block, but Rico, Nunes, who's best, who plays best when he's got space. I think they would have probably been replaced for, say, Kyle Walker and probably Kovacic.
Well, we'll say this to you. I don't think they've got the players to play the Dyche way now because they bought players that will play football.
Yeah. No, I just think there's at least three, maybe 4 players in there that if it had been a Dyche Burnley, would have been a lot more different lineup.
Don't train from Manchester to Burnley. What are you doing getting a train from Manchester to Burnley?
He might live in Burnley.
Get a taxi.
Don't you think Martin sounds like Sean Dyche?
It does a little bit.
Throat, mate.
Yeah, but he does actually. But he's got a Manc accent.
It's got the goat.
Yeah,
and the hairstyles to follow.
Beard, mate. Bloody goat hair.
You've been growing that beard for about 12 months. It's taking its time.
More than
like
that.
You growing your football knowledge. It's took you 60 years. Julius,
everyone's okay. It all the time. Oh yeah, Andy.
Jake, thank you so much for gifting 5
legend.
channel memberships. You are a superstar. Thank you so much. And FIFA as well has renewed his membership for the 5th month. you are a superstar. You will be in the draw at the end of the month. We'll do that on Saturday night to be in with a chance as well. And don't forget, by the way, top up there, that way, scan that QR code for 10% off savageonlinestores.co.uk. And you have to type in the code MANWAY and you will get 10% off all your football goodies.
And anybody who puts that code in, I will throw a matching drinks coaster in just for Mancunian way buyers.
I thought you did anyway. I thought it was a cup coaster and keyring set.
No, that's your pride.
That's what I've been telling everyone. Right. Obviously, first half, I thought the game was strange to me because I thought we started really well. Burnley played exactly.
Stand by. Technical difficulties.
All right.
We'll be back with you in a moment.
A word from our sponsors.
I thought Burnley. I never thought Burnley were going to come and park the bus up. It's not company's way. They were going to come. They were going to try and play out from the back, have a go, catches, and I thought they played exactly as they did. But I was happy with the way we performed at the beginning. You know,
First off,
after the light show. Yeah, you've got a light show.
A couple of erratic passes, but you know, I think everybody was at fault for at least one or two erratic passes or being muscled off the ball.
Ray, you are
You can't critique one player because I think everybody at least had one little error in them, especially in the first half.
Yeah. I mean, and people, you know, say about I think that team was perfect because here's my thing. We're playing Liverpool and we're playing United and all these. You want your best 11. If he'd have gone out tonight with Bernardo Silva and Haaland and all them, people would have gone mad if they'd have got injured. It's a squad game.
I love the fact they're all saved for Brentford away because I think that will be a lot more of a challenge. Now that Ivan Toney's back, I think that's going to be a lot more of a challenge than what people think it's going to be.
Well, he destroyed us last year, didn't he, Ivan Toney on his own?
Yep.
But there was both games was exceptional circumstances.
Yeah, of
one
course.
was before the World Cup, and one was right at the end of the season. So, what we've got something to play for against in both matches now.
Yeah.
So you will see different. And just what Martin was saying there. Yeah, people.
Cheers, Ray.
People would have gone mad if we'd have started with the big guns, if you like. But what we've been saying for weeks, if not months now, some of these players need a rest. They've had a rest tonight. Like I said earlier, we're in an opportunity. We've got an opportunity now to give some of these players a rest, put them in the right positions, because now we kick on for the rest of the season on all fronts. That's what we've been crying out for. So, yeah, to be honest, I didn't think Rico was brilliant tonight. However, it doesn't matter because we had enough to beat Burnley. It was the right squad selection in my opinion to give the likes of Bernardo rest and stuff like that. I thought Alvarez would have come off when Haaland come on, but maybe Pep was trying to give him a hat trick on his birthday. Don't know. But then Pep teased us, didn't he, by bringing Haaland on and taking De Bruyne off when that's the combination what we've been looking for.
Yeah, I get that, Andy, but De Bruyne did look tired by the time it was about the 70th minute. He did look tired. No, and I get that. But yeah, you're right. I think Rico played like someone who looked like he hadn't played for a couple of weeks. Mm-hmm. Like he was trying to get back into match pace and things like that.
Did he pass the ball forward at any point in the 90 minutes?
Who?
Kept backwards and square. Rico.
This is my thing with Rico.
I don't know.
And I'm not going to jump. This is what I've always said. I know people have. When I said the other night about Oscar Bob, and I was doing all this, because at the moment some fans go so big on the praise that when they have a so-so game, it then becomes, because you never hear players are developing, they're improving, they're either world class or they're a bag of shit. It becomes an A or a B situation. It annoys the hell out of me. So, and the simple fact is, Rico jumped a year. We all forget this. He was in the under-18s when or wherever it was.
He never played ADS.
He played about 1 or 2 games for the EDS and came straight into the first team squad.
Yep.
It's not a surprise that there's certain games he will struggle in. I think he does struggle in the more physical games because he's not physically built, because he's still growing into his body.
Bit like me.
And this is my thing with Bob. People, and Pep said this a few weeks ago. He's that like Bob. Bob is brilliant right now and he's got a perfect future. And like Pep said, let's see in 12 months' time where we are. Been down this road with so many youngsters.
Yeah, true.
So
true.
I
Remember we said it with Phil when Phil first started. We said, wait. You got to be patient and wait for 5 years' time. Here we are 5 years later, and now we're seeing it. Rico, Oscar Bob, they're all the same. Maybe not Oscar Bob, maybe 2 or 3 years, but yeah, Rico. We've got to come back to this in 5 years' time and see where we stand with him.
I agree. Yeah. I'll give you food for thought as well. When Doku joined us, right, everyone was like, "Oh yeah, he's a world beater, blah blah." You know, get him in ahead of Grealish, da 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 da. Doku's not been brilliant for. I think he's had 1.5 decent games for us since he joined us. That's not saying he's a bad player. That he's saying he's a young lad coming to a new country, new style of play and everything. Everyone was playing it off. What did we see tonight? Because again, everyone's getting fit in that. We saw Foden come off, get a bit of rest. We saw Doku go where? On the right.
Yeah.
That's what we've been saying from the word go. Let's just get behind every single one of them, because there's no bad player. There's no bad players at all. They're all different kinds of players. And as Stan says, different keys for different locks. And now we've got different keys for different locks for the rest of the season.
It's a bit harsh, that, Ray.
Right.
Bit harsh, that, mate. Come on now.
That's a wind-up.
Bloody hell, Sherlock Holmes to you, aren't you? Tonight, you, Alan. Bloody hell, Holmes, calm down.
Oh, yes.
Doku needs to be his final 7. I think Doku tonight, for me, I was impressed with his tracking back and he's winning for the ball. And you could see it's no coincidence that Pep not criticised him, but had a little bit of a go, not even a go, a little bit of, words after the Tottenham game. And tonight, that's what his focus was. You could see his focus was tonight getting back and winning the ball back.
Mm. Yep. And he made some decent challenges. He made some half-decent challenges tracking back too.
Spot on, sub 2. Apparently you don't. I mean, let's get into it then. So the first goal, a certain Mateus Nunes. Who I've got to say, I'm loving his driving runs. His driving.
When you give him space, he looks so deadly.
Yeah.
How much space?
The man knows how to drive. I tell you.
Mm. Who's been praising him since he signed for us?
But I tell you what. Go on, Alan.
Mate, yeah, that was space. A fucking tank could run through their defence. Jesus Christ, no one was anywhere near him.
Have you ever seen a tank run? I've seen them drive.
Mate, I'm 57. I'm 57. If they left that much space, even I can bloody get across it.
How old are you?
I'm 57, mate.
Okay.
Yeah.
He had a very hard paper round.
Would
you like me to come back when you finish with your fossil gossip?
Mate, I'll see you in the Imperial in a few weeks' time.
No, I'll be right, thanks.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get back to reality and not a gender of hate. But I thought Nunes, what a ball across. Alvarez, what an header, bang, 1-0. And I loved it. I just thought Nunes and Alvarez.
It took.
Got to give credit to Mateus for the recovery as well.
Andy, it took Martin all of 2 seconds to text me with Nunes.
I was going to message you, but I knew Martin would beat me to it.
Yeah,
Alan, as we've seen from Spurs away.
Oh, why bother?
Martin seems to have his phone in his hand at matches now, doesn't he?
Oh, well, yeah, exactly.
Excuse me, I wasn't filming the bloody light show.
You weren't in the ground for a light show because you get there late.
Hang on, do I get there later? Go early? Which one is it? Hang on a minute. I get
Both.
confused now.
Both.
I mean, I wasn't. I was in the ground 45 minutes before kickoff.
Yeah,
Carry on. I
Which
mean,
is
you
what
don't
you're supposed
even
to, which is what you
underneath-
should be doing because it
underneath
takes so
the-
bloody long to get in the
underneath the
ground
stand.
these days.
That's your season ticket seat there. Your living room. Be quiet.
So if you get there 45 minutes before, so you do a whole 90 minutes in total, and don't you?
Yeah.
Hey, do you want me to read Alan's comments? Do you want me to read
Go on.
his text?
Go on, go
Here
on.
we go. Here we go.
Go
Here
on.
we go. Here we
I'm
go.
getting comfortable. Wait a sec.
I put Nunes at that point. He put Lucky, shit defending. Burnley have an awful defense. I said, that's 5 assists now. And he went, I would score against Burnley. I went, you're so negative. Why? He went, yep, fuck the family stand. Empty again.
But, hang on.
Carrying on.
This seems like a long conversation. Shouldn't you have been watching the match, Martin?
Exactly.
There was no atmosphere. It was like,
Well,
it was like being in
maybe
church.
you'd have put your phone down and created some.
I can text in 2 seconds.
Yeah,
How
right.
often does Nunes lose a bar and how often is there an end product? I mean, the only criticism you can say about Nunes tonight is, yes,
Get
maybe
it in one,
his
Andy.
end product
Get it in one.
was not perfect. But for me, I thought, like I said, his driving runs, his positivity, was spot on tonight. And I honestly think him and Kovacic, you can see an improvement in him and Kovacic in the short time they've been here already.
Yep.
And the reason people are not liking it is because they wanted Paqueta, Kimmich, and everyone else. They wanted the big superstar names. And because they're not the superstar names, they're never ever going to fit into the mold that they want.
We can aim that same comment to Doku. We've seen I've saw
Spot on.
a big improvement with Doku tonight with his tracking back, which is great. Which is great credit to him.
Yeah. The only one at the moment, I think, and this is really, and I do agree, and I think it's because they're playing him in the wrong position, is Gavardiol a little bit.
Yeah,
I think it's because he's being hung out to dry in the wrong position. He's not a left wing back.
Well, I'll be honest with you, mate. He keeps on playing him there, doesn't he? It's every week.
I don't think he's a centre back for me.
Yeah,
Let him defend.
Mate, I agree with you. I agree with you.
I'll go back to the interview then. What Gavardiol did before one of the Champions League matches, and he says his favoured position is left back. Now that comes from Gavardiol's lips, not written anywhere, Martin. That Gavardiol.
No, and that's fine. I've just not seen him play a decent game there so far.
He's a big, massive man who came to City for a large fee. He's a 20-year.
Andy, I'm not having to go at him. I'm just saying.
No, but what I'm saying is, he's a 20-year-old young man in a new country, learning his trade, as is Doku or anybody who joins us. Let's just listen. Now, listen, he's going to miss games where Aki's going to drop there when Diaz is there. Listen, John Stones was that good tonight. You wouldn't have known he was playing.
He didn't have a lot to do, let's be honest, apart from
No, but what he did very well and simple, trouble-free. Yeah. What I'm saying is, you will see that back four and everywhere rotate a little bit. So Gavardiol will set out games when Aki's there, Diaz is at the side of him, and Stones and Walker, and Pep and the coaching staff will be going, right, this is what we want you to do. He's only a 21-year-old kid. He might look a big, massive man, but he's not. And for the second goal as well, great credit as well. I'm glad Pep gave for the free kick. What a free kick that was, for Alvarez.
Do apparently they only did that, did it because I was listening to it on the radio. Didn't they only do that yesterday or the day before they come up with that?
Yeah, De Bruyne said straight after the match, it was they worked on it yesterday.
That is just, I will say Burnley should not have been allowing that much space on that free kick. They left the right-hand side wide open.
We exploited it.
Open.
It just shows...
But that shows the Pep and the management have been watching Burnley and the way they defend on set pieces and everything
The coaching
else.
staff, mate. The coaching staff. That's why Pep ran straight up and give Carlos, whatever his name, a big hug and Ziv to say, it works. It works.
Yeah.
You know, I was delighted we tried something different because corners and that are just all like when we had a corner, except for Aki's in the cup against Spurs, you just pretty much know we're not going to score from a corner. So for us to try something different, brilliant.
The one I mean, Pardo, you put it, Martin. Whenever they do it against the better teams, then I'll be convinced. You got to remember, we're never going to have a squad of superstars. In any kind of team or an army, you've got to have soldiers. You've got to have ants. You don't immediately soldier ants. You don't immediately just have 11 superstars and then 9 superstars on a bench. And personally, someone said it, Mateo Kovacic has not had the CV he's had because he's crap. And Mateo Nunes has not been a Portuguese international because he's crap. I don't care what misery guts down there says. You don't play for Portugal because you're a bag of shit.
Listen. For every David Silva, you need a Rodri or a Fernandinho.
Yeah. So for me, if you play a Nunes and a Kovacic against the likes of Burnley and the lower 10 teams, and then you say Bernardo Silva and stuff like that for the big games, that's perfect for me.
Yeah.
That's bloody good man management.
Martin, I'm with you on it, okay? I'm letting you
Can't have Harlem Globetrotters all over the pitch. And by the way, Paddle, that's not directed at you. I'm just saying where I understand what you're saying, but I'm saying you can't have everyone everywhere. You've got to have some workarounds as well.
What I will say, can we talk about Haaland's left-footed swing at the ball?
No, we'll come to Haaland. I haven't finished on that goal yet, Alan.
Hold your horses, Alan.
Jesus, Alan's at the end of the game already. Good night.
Good night, bye. The players will be taking the piss out of him tomorrow on that one.
There was in the stand, wasn't there?
It was brilliant. It was funny as fuck. Yeah.
Yep.
Alan, talk me through that goal, that second one from Alvarez, and that the thinking from Kevin. It's brilliant. Again, KDB. This is what we miss: is his invention, his sharp thinking quicker than anybody else. He's created that goal, and he took it away. He took it away really easily, to be fair. Yeah, and but Kevin De Bruyne, since he's come back and played games, he's made a huge difference to the way we play. Massive difference, actually.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, straight out of the training ground. Sorry, mate.
You had a phone call. Oh, hang on. Oh, I like that. Ireland season ticket. I like that. Well, I'm just going to take us all off, and you can all see what Pat's got. No, put it back on.
Sorry, I don't.
There you go. All right, come back.
It's just a shame that they bleed in Duracell what lasts longer.
All you need now is a picture of a remote controller.
Yeah, sure.
So let me ask Alan a question. Alan, regardless of the opposition tonight with Nunes, are you honest enough to think, something is improving there than what I thought?
He is. He is getting better, but I would like to see him against a better team just to see how much better he actually is. So who are you dropping for him? Well, he's going to get games. It's about who his opposition is. When he plays against a decent side. No, Martin, let me finish. If he plays against a decent side and does well, I will give credit where it's due.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So in that case, Alan, is there more of a case to just give him a season then? Because if he's not going to be given the opportunities against your top six, then that's something that's more. That's something that should be more critiqued for next season.
It's like Pep said. If he's got room, he's a decent player. But when he doesn't have room to play, he struggles a bit. And Pep's words, they were.
Yeah. Which is why he started most of the matches he started have been Champions League, where you face a European opposition that will give you a bit more room.
Exactly. I don't judge players based on what they do against shit opposition. There's only about 5 top teams in the Premier League, as in top elite teams. So you only judge players on 5 games a season.
Don't worry, Jack. I normally agree with Jack quite a lot. What I will say, Jack, if say De Bruyne had have had a crap game against Burnley tonight, and a few of our, say, Foden would have done, Haaland would have done, would you have said, I'm not judging them tonight? You'd have probably gone, if you're honest, they've had a shocker against a shit team. You can only beat what's in front of you, mate.
Correct.
It's as simple as that.
I would like to see Nunes against, a better side to see how he went on. That's all I'm saying.
Martin, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Why has somebody got to be dropped for Nunes to come in? Why not just... You don't have to drop anybody.
It's rotated.
Well, it is, mate. It's not dropped. Drop sounds like somebody's had a bad game and they've been banished to the...
All right, so some say drop, some say rotate as well. Right,
Yes.
Jack needs to have a go. Jack was on about 15 minutes tonight, Ryan. Come on. Is this what we're doing now? Haaland wasn't amazing when he come on. Come on, are we judging plays on 15-minute cameos now?
I don't think he was judging him there. I think he was trying to say he would like to see him go in the middle more, rather than he was rubbish.
I'll put his previous comment up.
Yeah.
That's why I knew he was judging him.
Mate, the Jack's not played for what, 4 weeks?
Yep.
Give him the chance.
No, I'll be straight with you. I think Jack's looking like he might be in trouble next season. And that's me saying that. Because at the moment, I think he looks like his third choice.
No, he's just coming back from injury and his house being burgled.
And I know what you're saying, but I think Doku's got the number one spot over it.
Martin,
hang on. Where did Doku go?
Martin, you're talking
when Grealish come on?
Hey?
Where did Doku go when Grealish come on? Straight over to the right.
I'm not disputing that. I'm just saying that if you look, Grealish has been on the bench, and I know he's had issues behind the scenes, but that's the first game time he's had in a long time.
You're talking nonsense, mate. Seriously, it's a simple game.
I agree.
And that's fine.
Fine. I'll stick up for Jack. I don't care what you say. Jack Grealish, we won 5 trophies.
Alan, when did I say Jack Grealish was shit?
Doku has not exactly set the world alight, because Andy said
playing more than Jack. That's factual, mate. Whether you like that or not.
He's been injured. Mate. I don't give a shit what you say.
Who's been injured?
Doku has had 1.5 good games. That's it. Period.
Hang on. Sorry. Who's been injured?
Hey, Jack's
been injured?
Jack's been injured.
He hasn't been injured for about a month and a half.
Oh, mate, he's been out because of family.
Doku's been injured while Jack's been out.
Mate, Doku, when he beats someone, he gives it straight to the opposition, which is
I'm not disputing that.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, doesn't matter. The thing is, I've always said, doesn't matter what we all think. It's what Pep thinks.
Well, stop knocking Jack.
Sorry, when did I knock him?
Every fucking time you come on, you start knocking him.
Can I just say before Michael, thank you for your email, mate. I've just remembered I didn't reply to you. Thank you very much, mate.
It certainly does. Players are coming in from injuries. What is all the piling on them? Are the robots? Yeah. I think Pep is just rotating our Jack. Grealish number one still, in your opinion. I agree with you. Apparently, I've been calling him shit for weeks. I'm the one who's been defending him.
Well, mate, he's got to get him on the field, because we've got Champions League on the 14th.
That's my point, Alan. He's not getting him on the field.
Well,
I'd be good for Jack if that's the case.
Yeah.
We're looking at wingers in the summer too.
Are we?
How do people know we're looking at wingers? Has somebody got some sort of like document saying, "Hey, have you seen this? Who we're looking at?" We just speculate.
We don't need wingers.
No, they mean literally like through binoculars. Is it through binoculars or a telescope? Or...
Jack Grealish will start against Brentford on Monday.
I only said one comment and he's turned into World War III. Calm yourselves down, Ali.
I'm not having a go at you, Martin. I'm just saying Jack Grealish will start against Brentford.
We can't be getting rid of our... No, listen, I agree with you. But I keep saying it doesn't matter what we say.
Yeah,
what
exactly.
Pep thinks.
And we're not looking at wingers. It's talking nonsense.
They are looking at Savio, they are.
Well, fine. Fine. We've got enough as at the moment. Enough.
Piss off, you down there. Who's Manchester's version of Ty? Ain't me. Bloody hell. Anyway, let's get Alan back off this subject. Jesus. I've only mentioned Jack's name. It went into World War III then.
I love Jack.
I know.
Yeah, I know. You love Jack because you hate everything.
No, I never said that. Patrick.
That's what I'm saying about you love absolute Jack.
Yeah.
Jack
Patrick. Don't
Here we go.
Right.
When we get to pre-season again in the summer, and then we start next season, we'll see a different Doku, we'll see a different Gvardiol, or whatever. Pep's not had time to work with these players properly because it's been match, rest. We've been to Saudi Arabia where they've added a bit of TLC and stuff like that. Now it's a different now, and I'll keep saying it, players will now get the rest they deserve. What Carrie does. Alvarez has been brilliant this season. He's had a few of his detractors, but he's carried us since when Ireland's been out. No doubt.
Hang on, LB. Why do you think Bernardo's going to just sign another contract? What you and Martin have been saying this for about 2 years, 3 years, and he's still here.
Jesus. What, has someone put batteries in Alan tonight?
No.
What's up with him?
It's all right.
I took him out.
I'll give Lewis.
He's attacked you, Pat, me, Nunes, Jack. He's on LB now. Anyone else want to have a go?
No, I know where LB's going with that, and I know where Martin's going because I've spoken to Martin. I spoke to Martin privately over that. It could happen. Listen, and if it does happen, yeah, we will probably look at a winger. But until there's only a select number of people who know that.
You can't get rid of Bernardo.
My point is, no, Alan, Bernardo asked for the release clause. That's you're not. I mean, why?
Fine, just lock him in his house. He ain't going anywhere.
Yeah, lock him in his house.
He's not going anywhere.
Oh, the humanity.
LB, stop writing crap on the screen.
Right.
There you go, everyone. I've updated it for you. There you go. It's all been updated.
Yeah. Thank you so much again. It took us 25 seconds. And before anyone come out, yes, I did see the goal. I was in my seat. Before anyone goes, you bet you were still up in the gangway. No, I was in my seat. I saw the goal. 25 seconds. Can we talk about that ball from Phil Foden? What vision. KDB, out of Phil. Ball across. Rodri, Johnny on the spot. Bang.
Ball
Yeah,
before
good
that.
To take your mind, I'll take your mind back to Istanbul. Anybody?
Well, yeah, but it was a good ball by KDB to. That's one that opened them up.
I've turned into Alan tonight. I agree with more or less absolutely everything he's saying.
Mate, we speak sense, mate. It's these two blithering idiots at the top that does.
But that ball from KDB give Phil the chance to get a clear pair of heels. But it's weird. He's got a weird stance, hasn't he, Phil? When he shoots or passes, he doesn't look where he's doing it. It's really unique. I love the way he does that.
Yeah, I agree.
Pat, Rodri, by the way, he's on a massive rich vein of scoring goals at the moment.
Is he good?
Yeah, I don't think it'll be too long before everybody's walking onto the pitch with their shirts tucked in. So if that bet's what they say it is, then it'd be interesting to see everybody on the pitch looking like how Rodri dresses. But no, look, a good goal, beautiful setup, beautiful build up. You just saw as soon as it was coming towards Rodri, you pretty much knew what was going to happen. And that's not arrogance or anything like that. It's just he's just so good at converting like that with these pass S shots that we call them. But I'll tell you what, mate, that goal took my mind back to Istanbul, especially the fact that I was standing pretty much right behind the goal when it happened. And the only difference is that Trafford actually had a go at it, unlike Onana did. So the
only difference is there was an atmosphere in the stadium when it did it.
I'll tell you what, mate, it was you. If nerves were in physical form, it was us in Istanbul, mate. I've never seen a group of people so nervous in my life. And
who will pay that release clause of the question? We'll come to that on another show. Bernardo is going again. Dov says Cade. Super City, lock him in his house.
Bernardo's going, so's Alan. Woo!
Bernardo's age, do you not think sees what is going on? I don't think, personally, I'm guessing at this. I think Bernardo will be used. If City want João Neves, he'll be used in a May way on that.
In your opinion?
Or
that's what I said.
I've said before too, Martin. If they sell João Neves to another club, because they're going to get 120 million for him, I think that money in part will be used. That money will be used to pay for Bernardo's release.
I want to know where Barcelona are going to get the money when the skin.
We mentioned Barcelona. When we mentioned
Barcelona, it's the only club he wants to play for.
Might borrow it off.
He wants to go back to Benfica.
Yeah, he's not going to go yet.
He can go. He can go. He can go. He's nearly 30, mate.
All right. Benfica get 50 million. Where are they going to get it from? And where are they going to get it?
They're going to get it from selling João Neves. Because João Neves is worth 120 million. He's got an Enzo Fernandez that's release clause in his contract, and that's how Benfica get their money.
Patrick, how are they going to pay his wages? There's no way.
He would take a deduction. He'd take a reduction in salary for sure.
It'd be a bloody lot.
100%, mate. 100%. He's going home. Salary wouldn't be an issue for him if he was going back to his boyhood club.
I don't like doing this, but I agree with Alan again. The thing is, Pat, right? Yeah, if they sell Neves for 120 million to whoever, and they buy Bernardo for say 50 million, they've got Bernardo's wages. Listen, he might love the club, but he's not going to do it for charity. Also, Benfica themselves, mate. Yeah. It's not the case of that they will need to probably other transfers, restructure the club, pay for whatever goes to it. And that things like that take a lot of money.
But then Andy, Alan brought up Barcelona. Then Barcelona are in a similar situation for obviously for different reasons. That's why he's going to have to his contract's going to have to say that you're going to have a wage reduction until we actually finally get some euros through the door.
But there's no way he's going to go for a massive pay deduction. No chance.
I'm not saying a massive pay reduction, but I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest, Alan. He was only on about 150 grand a week up until last season.
Mate,
and he was worth more than that for what he's done at the club.
Hang on, you tell me now, apart from Real Madrid, who can afford 150 grand a week? PSG, maybe. That's it.
He won't go there.
Exactly.
Bayern.
But he's not going to
go to PSG. No, but I mean, you wanted examples on who could pay his salary. Bayern,
well, PSG. There's not many.
Newcastle could.
Mate, he's not going to go to Newcastle.
No, but I'm using them as examples because you're talking about who can afford salary.
Well, this is the
point. I'm not talking about which clubs he's going to. You asked me what clubs could afford his salary, and that's what I'm giving you as examples.
There's only one club in Spain can afford him, and there's no clubs in Portugal can afford
him. He'll want to go to sunnier climes.
Just like you know, Ilkay Gundogan is on the wages that he's on at City, mate.
Well, yeah, but I can't. There's no way.
So please do take a wage cut. Let's take this fantasy of they go and they don't. They do take wage cuts.
Barcelona would have to sell 4 players to get Bernardo.
Oh yeah, I think part of the reason why the 50 million release clause is in there, it's basically, I think it's almost an indirect message to Barcelona saying he's there for you, but you've got to get your ducks in a row financially. Which probably deep down, City probably said no chance in hell will they. But then if somehow they're able to, if they're somehow able to find bloody loopholes because they always seem to every single season since they've been $1 billion in debt, then fair play. But I'm just
way off topic here. Yeah. I was put it this way. You know all this. Why would they go to Barcelona? Why would they go here? And this is I'm going to go at anyone, Julie or anyone like you. Barcelona, whether we like to admit this or not, is still one of the probably top 2 or 3 biggest clubs in the world that players want to join. Whether they're in a mess or whether they're not in a mess. Ilkay Gundogan knew Barcelona were in a mess. He joined them. Players will still, because they want the prestige of wearing the famous Barcelona badge.
Yeah.
But they want the same reason we all said, why do players keep turning up at United when they're a bag of shit? Because they still want the honour of wearing the United badge.
Yeah, agreed.
Not every player is in this little pool of trophies. They want the prestige and honour of going and playing for some of the biggest clubs around in the world.
I think it's different with United. United, although being shit, will still offer. It will still offer a lot of money.
Yeah. That's why Casemiro went. That's why Varane went, because they're all on over a $250,000 a week.
Yeah.
But by the way, we did win tonight.
This thing about players will still go to United like that. Absolute rubbish. They're going for what most players go for, and that's that. I don't blame players going for it, but they're not going for because United are a more prestigious club and stuff like that. Players want to win trophies, mate. They don't want to just earn X amounts of money either.
The biggest advantage we've got Pep. That's simple as that. They go to because they want to play for him. Simple.
Pep's going back to Barcelona, mate.
Oh yeah, whatever.
Hey, you all right, man? Last show you did say just well. You did say it. You said give it a week or two, and next thing you know, the articles are going to come out from Spain.
Yeah, because I know how the media work. The media just come out with a lot of
JSGC did a show the other day too. He did about it.
Some guy put a thing on Twitter about Pep's got an agreement to go down the M62 to Anfield, and suddenly everyone broke on it and started going mad. It's like, do me a favour.
Absolutely.
I don't know. Mark Fogg, you are a legend for 10 memberships gifting again.
Cheers, Mark.
Every single show, mate. That is superb. Honestly, mate, save some money for you. We really do appreciate it, but save some money for you. I know how much they cost. They are not cheap. Please, we appreciate it so much. But it's 10 and 20 at every show. I cannot. Honestly, it is amazing. But,
Mark, we're going to run out of members, so you just end up gifting yourself, mate.
I want to make sure you've still got some money, mate. Can I ask you, do you think, I'm going to ask this, do you think tonight's performance and result has gone off a little bit because of the Liverpool game?
No, we won comfortably. We did take the foot off the pedal, especially second half. Which I was disappointed about, because we could have won 5 or 6, like Martin said, but we chose not to do that, which sometimes frustrates me because it was an opportunity to score a load of goals there tonight, and we didn't do it.
I think he won under.
He won't, mate. He won't. He pretty much already said that anyway in the interviews. What he's done, that City basically came in too late than what he'd already agreed.
Yep, agreed.
I don't believe it. There's just too many people coming in, and I don't know.
Do you question though, Martin? And I've put this on Twitter and stuff like that. No Premier League club, whether it's Arsenal, Liverpool, scare me because I know what we're capable of, and it's only rubber stamped it tonight where we're like 3-1 Burnley. Would he even get our second gear?
That's what I'm asking, Andy. Like, by the way, top of the league, thank you for renewing your membership for a third month. Thank you. Like Punit's played, guys, does Liverpool worry you?
They do at Anfield. When you play at Anfield, it's hard to play there.
Because a lot of people in the chat talked about the goal difference, and we could have got 5 or 6 tonight because Liverpool are now edging away on their goal difference because they bagged a load against a very poor Chelsea team tonight. So,
yeah, Martin, I think for Liverpool fans, I think the biggest question mark for them is just their away form, because we've seen the play. Our away form is fantastic this season, and I think you look at most of the points that they've dropped this season. I think most of them have come away. Luton away is a big standout for me. I know there's a couple of other matches in there where they probably should have got results. I mean, we can talk about Spurs, but let's not go down that road, given what happened with the VAR. But I think the big question for them is their away form. So for them, it's like even if they were to get 3 points against us at Anfield, it's the big question then comes for them is what's their way form going to be for the remainder of the season. So,
okay.
Are we forgetting something now?
You're about to say exactly what my next question is.
We put 4 past Chelsea with a decimated squad. Okay, we conceded 4.
No, you're not.
And our defence had an off day.
Listen, we still put 4 past Chelsea. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Yeah, we could have won. We could have beat Liverpool. We should have done with the Akanji. We should have beat Spurs. Yeah, we didn't, but we didn't lose against them either. And this is with a decimated squad. Not Liverpool or Arsenal don't worry me in the slightest.
Well, who do Liverpool play next?
Arsenal away.
Right. So here's my thing. By weekend, this all may reverse back round again.
Yeah.
All I'm seeing is everyone's going match to 6. Matt, I get it. I 100% match to 9. Sorry. I 100% get the worry of going to Anfield. But here's my thing. There is a lot of football to be played between now and March the 9th.
We've got a Champions League game before then.
So here's my point. City may get... We may look at... Do you remember before Christmas when we were going, we're going to go to the Club World Cup and we'll be 10, 12, 15 points behind everyone. And everyone was like, no, forget it. We'll be out.
We said the same thing 12 months ago coming out of the World Cup.
And we've come back and we've gone on a run. By the way, that's what, 8, 9 in a row tonight. So all this about starting runs, the run started a while back. So people need to just relax, calm down. Because if Liverpool drop points at the weekend, we've got that game in hand. We go above.
Yep.
So let's just all calm down. Because our fixtures coming up are favourable. Yes, I understand. But this is why I've always said we need to stop this. Or it's shit teams and this, that, and the other. Because the next 6 games, if we win them all, we will probably be top of the league going to Anfield. And I'll be honest with you, I think we'll be top of the league by more than 3 points, meaning we just have to avoid defeat at Anfield. I think
a point at Anfield will benefit us more than will benefit Liverpool.
If we win if we win our remaining games, we win the league. Goal difference doesn't matter.
DC, you are a legend. Thank you so much. That will go into Pat's Beer Fund to fly over to you. I appreciate all you do, Martin, and the panel. Thank you so much. No, thank you, DC. Yep. You never need to thank any of us. It's us thanking you. Always will be.
Also, just an FYI as well, the week after we played Anfield, Liverpool have got the Merseyside derby at Goodison.
There you go.
That won't be easy. Everton won't make it easy, that's for sure.
So I'm just saying, I think we've got to... I put up a comment about coughing and then I start. I think we've just got to relax, and we're looking too far in the future at the minute. We're looking far. But Pune, they only have to get a point. A point suits us because that drops Arsenal and Liverpool.
They might both lose.
We've proven we can go to Tottenham and win.
Yeah, so Spursy.
So let's just,
anybody in the chat worried about Liverpool or Arsenal? I'm not. It might sound arrogant and blasé and stuff like that, but
Andy, I am because it's Anfield and most teams do struggle there, including us. Let's be honest.
You said that about Spurs on Friday night, though.
Yeah, but Anfield's a bit. It's a very, very tough place to play. And
did you say that about Old Trafford at the 6-1?
No.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Don't lie. Do not lie. You sit there going, we haven't won at Old Trafford for about 40 years. Come on, let's not do this.
Can we just take into account, too, the game in hand, which is obviously Brentford at home. We play on the 20th, I believe. A week later, Liverpool then have a game in hand because their match at home against Luton's been postponed because of the League Cup final.
Well, there you go.
So that's our chance to try and get a little bit, if we're in that position, to get a little bit.
Of course, yeah.
Don't forget, they're on the quad. Sean C., member, renewing your membership for the 5th month. Thank you so much. And Pune has become a member for 1 month. Thank you so much again. You are absolute legends, every single one of you. Not a massive point. They have to go to United and Liverpool too.
Oh, Villa. They've still got Villa away. That's
Yeah, well,
That's
Newcastle did them a good one last night, didn't they?
And Newcastle have to go to Anfield, yeah. And Newcastle are now suddenly deciding they want to get involved.
Football, do we want it easy or do we want good battles? Listen, as long as we win the league.
I'm going to put it this way to everyone. We've gone up against Liverpool 4 or 5 times. How many times have they come out on top?
Exactly.
Once.
One.
Well, we will soon find out, won't we?
There's only one team.
Do you know what it is, gentlemen? It's just I just want, if we're going to have another City Pool title race, someone said in the chat earlier, I just don't want it to go to final day again.
No. Yeah, I do.
I'm spent when it goes to final day. I'm spent. I was like, and then you look back on that 2 seasons ago. It's like if we'd bloody beat West Ham away in that penultimate match.
No,
then we could have ended up losing against Villa, and we would have won because of goal difference.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like I just want us to clinch the league at home with like a game to spare or 2 games to spare.
No.
I don't want another final day, mate. No.
Patrick.
I'm going to look like you lot if we have another one or two of them.
Another Aguero moment against Liverpool.
No. Oh, mate, the meltdown will be massive, and tease them will be fantastic.
Okay, right, quick one before we go on to we need to. Man of the match for you, Pat, tonight. I mean, do you want to talk about the third? Do you want to talk about the Burnley goal? For Fana getting down the wing?
No. I mean, that's a big plus point. That's a big plus point for Burnley getting a player like that, because I think he's going to help them a lot if they want to try and stay up this season. Yeah, good signing. The only thing is, I think Burnley are really, really missing someone a little bit more clinical in front of goal. Like, if they had something like an Ivan Toney or something like that, I'm not saying they'll get him, but I'm saying like if they had someone who was a bit more of a leader and enforcer and a good finisher, then they wouldn't be anywhere near the drop zone.
Well,
so I think it's a big piece they're missing. Like, I think they need a veteran presence, like like Andros Townsend does at Luton, where it's like you never think of him as being like a big player, but if you put him in the right squad, he can motivate a side. And I remember when I was at Luton away, I thought he actually had a really good game because he was sort of he was leading the players. Yeah.
Behave, Andrew. I'm not putting that comment up on stream. If you are new to the show, please consider hitting the subscribe button. We're on 3158. We are trying to get to 5K by May. It's a massive ask. I know it's a massive ask, but you don't get anywhere by not setting a challenge in life. And also smash those likes. And don't forget, Manway, QR code in the corner. Put the code Manway in, take you to savageonlinestores.co.uk for all your football little treats. And you get 10% off. And so there's the Chelsea mug.
Martin.
No Chris Wood mug.
That's not. That's
where's the Chris Wood mug?
That's the Stockport Iniesta.
Who was your man of the match, Alan?
Where's the Chris Wood mug?
I'm gonna surprise you.
Don't say Nunes because you're
No. No. You can't.
Don't do it. Don't you dare go down that road.
Don't you dare, Alan. Don't you dare.
Go on, Alan.
Alvarez.
He didn't want to say Nunes because he knows Nunes played decent tonight, and you know why he does it? He does it to wind everyone up.
Martin, I've got to go now because I've got a meeting to go to. But I will say this before I do go: I thought Nunes did very well, and he was better. So congratulations to Nunes. Congratulations. I thought you talked absolute nonsense about Bernardo, and I thought you also talked nonsense about Doku, because I'm sorry, Jack is a bad player. Okay. On that note, see you, Pat.
See you, mate.
Alan,
behave yourself.
I'll drop Martin a message if you want to come on a free for all against these anti-City tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, same as you, Pat.
Yeah, which is 7 o'clock my time in the morning. All right.
Yep.
So send me a note. And Martin, I'll probably speak to you later anyway because you'll ring me up and start shouting at me. So that's the way it goes. Yeah. All right, no worries. I'll speak to you in a bit, Martin. See ya.
Cheers, mate. Yes, Rico had a few missed put was good. Listen, I think Rico's very good. I just think he needs to bulk up, and he's a young lad. Never worried about Arsenal at all. Listen, I said, if you go back to our prediction show back in August, July, I was one of the few who said I thought it'd be City and Liverpool again. I didn't think Arsenal would be involved in a title race. I know you did, but you were on the show then.
No, you're not asking me who my man of the match was.
Oh yeah. Well, I was sorry. Go on, who's your man of the match while I'm bringing in the comments? Sorry.
Not telling you now. It was without a shadow of a doubt, Núñez, mate. Without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah,
who got man of the match?
Núñez for me as well.
Alvarez. That's because he scored 2 goals, but
No, that was at the ground.
Oh, Núñez got it on TV. Yeah.
Ah.
Yep.
My mate texted me saying Núñez got it.
That's a lie, because you've got no mates.
No. What's his name? Alex, the stadium announcer, said it. He said, 2 goals on his birthday, Julian Alvarez.
Yeah. Jay, again with another one. Thank you so much. Like Chris Wood. You stop with the Chris Wood. This is what you lot have started now. Give us your man of the match in the chat as well. Big up Mark Fogg. That mug looks so good. With 10% off.
And a free transfer.
Which mug are we talking about?
Do we ditch the cup for the Premier League? No, you never ditch trophies, mate. You go for as long as you possibly can until you can go no more.
Because we're not entitled.
I'm one of these. You stay in comps for as long as you can. If you start playing this, do you know why it doesn't work? Look at Arsenal last season. They tried to play that game. Well, if we don't do the FA Cup, and then by the end of it, you end up 0. Liverpool did it.
To be fair to Liverpool, okay, they fell short to us for a number of seasons. They do actually go for everything, so they're different to Arsenal.
What happened with that? Because it was what happened with that was the other end of the picture, mate.
It was to be honest, the Burnley
eyesight, as you can see, is not the best anymore.
The Burnley player didn't really do anything bad, and before, I think it was Foden went in to the Burnley player after. I forget who went. Sort of like
Connor Roberts went into John Stones a bit hard, and it was like well after the play had already finished.
It was a bit
Rico stood his ground and said, don't do that, because you even look at the replay. Like John Stones has gone down. Like, do I really need this right now after all the bloody injuries he's had? Rico stood his ground, and then Edison's just come in with like a flying, flying shoulder barge from behind.
You know what?
Gets a yellow for it. Connor Roberts deservedly gets a yellow too.
You are spot on, my friend. If we can win all these winnable games, then Liverpool will be nervous to play us. Do you know what? You know what I'm starting to realise? Some City fans are more scared of the other teams. Do you know what? We are treble winners, world champions, Super Cup winners. Let them be scared of us. Let them be scared of us. Let us stand up and be counted. Let us stand behind our football club.
That's what we are. Champions of the world.
This is not City of the 90s. Trust me, City-itis is gone.
Don't worry, mate. We'll be back when Pep leaves.
Last game of the season or what? Winner?
Yeah, we did the Rodri one, mate. We did the Rodri one because Pat compared it to the Istanbul goal.
Someone say Rodri.
Plodra, as Alan once called him. Rodri's goal gave me Champions League vibes. It did, Wilco. Núñez. We love a bit of Núñez here on the Mancunian way. We don't want to turn into bigger fish to fry FC. Spot on, Kate.
Crime Abyss, they're now known as Field Tilt FC.
I'd love to be a fly on the ball when someone else to tell Pep to ditch a cup. I don't know who Pip is. Sorry, subtype. I don't know who Pip is.
Normally in an orange.
I thought, by the way, no injuries it looks like tonight. Pep has confirmed, looking at some quotes there, that he said the game wasn't even close. It was, he loved it.
So I said second gear.
I love it. Big up Edison, he had every right. Spot on. I'm just to a point of let them be scared of us now. There's only City fans scared of opposition. All the other opposition sit there and they go, why are you all scared? We're scared of you. Did you see our bench tonight? It was like bloody Harlem Globetrotters.
Haaland Globetrotters.
Oh, yeah, we'll end on that one. Erling Haaland, I thought Pep did two great things tonight. Taking Kyle Walker out of the parapet, the fire, thought was very clever of him. And I also thought Erling Haaland, I'm not going to talk about the miss. I don't think it's fair.
It was
Let
fun.
everyone else talk about that.
Yeah, he needs that Norwegian WD-40, mate. He's rusty.
Can I just say something about Erling Haaland? He's joint top scorer in the Premier League, and he's had 2 months out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just listen. He's going to have a little bit of rust.
So was KDB on his head.
But you know, have you seen that new "Gimme Gimme" song on Twitter? Yeah.
Yeah.
If Liverpool drop points to Arsenal, that would change things. Spot on.
It's going to happen. It's going to go like that between now and the end of the season. Just everyone just needs to calm the skin, and we will win the Premier League.
Komakio, what was interesting? Do you know what? Do you know why? Because KDB doesn't have a position. He has what you call a free roll to roam around wherever he bloody wants. Because he was right wing, left wing, centre. Did you notice he was coming deeper and deeper as well tonight and launching balls?
Yeah.
Sorry?
Do you want to get an idea of Kevin De Bruyne's positioning? Watch him when he's got the ball and he makes a pass, like especially in midfield. Look away. Go look at your phone, turn the TV off for about 30 seconds, maybe a minute, and then turn it back on again and tell me where he has the ball. He's in the opposite part of the ground to where he was when he got the ball.
Yeah.
The bloke's just everywhere. He's a rover.
Yeah. And it hurt me. And I know why he's got to do it, but I hated Foden on the right wing. Hated it. I know why he's got to do it, but I'm like, I got you so used to Foden as 10.
And it'll happen in games, mate.
No, I don't very excited. All right, we'll end on this. Will Pep ever try? Because LB talks about it on his show earlier. I think it's a great point. Will Pep ever have the bollocks or the formation tactical sense to do Foden KDB in the middle, or is it too attacking?
No, of course he will. Of course he will. Against Brentford on Monday, I don't think KDB will start, and I don't think Doku will. I think Grealish will start, and I think Foden will drop into that number 10 with Bernardo on the right.
Do you think it's making more? No. Do you think
it's right?
Man,
breaking news?
Do you think it's making more sense now that we said before Kevin De Bruyne ain't getting any younger, which means he's probably just going to drop a little bit deeper, which allows Foden to play more advanced
and extend his.
It's just something you couldn't do as Phil was growing, and as Kevin De Bruyne was getting into his prime and past. Can't even say it's past his prime given the way he's come back from injury, but. I just say it's something that you couldn't allow to happen in the formidable season or the Centurion season. It was a case of raw talent against your raw talent stepping on the toes of your number one midfielder. But now De Bruyne is dropping deeper. Phil Foden's coming into his own if he hasn't already, and I think now it's we're in a situation where the formula can work a lot better.
This is why we get away. I've said it. Me and you talked about it privately, haven't we, Andy? This is how we get away with a smaller squad, because we buy a player who can play 4 positions. So if one's injured, they can slip somebody else straight into it. And it works. It's like having a well-oiled machine and one cog stops, you just replace it with another.
And that has kept us in the title race by having them kind of players so far this season with the amount of injuries.
AK850, thank you so much for your $9.99, a superstar. While we're on this subject, Martin, please allow me to say, in my opinion, the key reason for the treble was that we were extremely fortunate with injuries in ways I could never imagine. You are spot on.
Yep.
And I don't think the medical staff and team ever get enough credit.
And let's flip it. Let's flip it another way. AK is absolutely right, but if you flip it round, look at the way we are this season with the amount of injuries we have had. I think that's just as much genius from whether it's the backroom staff, Pep, the players themselves, because we've been decimated and we're still in a position where, it's happy birthday, Kyle, as well. First time at City. Happy birthday, mate.
All right. Once again, it's the first time ever come from my birthday. Happy birthday, Kyle. Hope you had a magnificent night.
Many happy returns, Carl.
I'm sorry about the atmosphere wasn't amazing, but I hope you had an amazing, amazing time at the ground. And I hope you come back many happy returns, Kyle. Hope you had a lovely day. WD50. So it's Stones that gets captain armband when neither Walker, KDB, Roderick, Ruben or Bernardo. That's what I mean. That bench tonight was like a who's who.
Don't need an armband for a captain.
Do you know what? Should be 11 captains.
A squad.
Well, I meant on the pitch.
Do you think if John Stones wasn't
very good?
Do you think if John Stones wasn't on the pitch, they would have given the captain's armband to Vincent Kompany? You know, old habits.
No, I think Gomez would have got it.
I think that second half was controlled, and we got to make subs, rest people down. I was happy with it.
Collectively, it was a great night. In second gear, 3 points, no injuries, not having to put too much in. Few days rest now. We'll go into Brentford away. Not a problem.
And on that, just to break all the news, I know you normally come to us for Thursday night chat. Thursday night chat is off tomorrow. What we are going to bring you is a Saturday night live.
Just without the funny skits.
But without the funny skits. I might actually do a little skit at the beginning like they do. You know, when they do that, it's Saturday night. No, I won't do that really.
Dude, every intro you do is a skit.
I'm coming to yours in a minute. Can't be skim. So Saturday night, we will do our Thursday night show. We are going to talk about, Ozzy's got a subject he wants to talk about. We're going to talk about Brentford. And I also want to talk about pricing of stadium tickets. Because I think tonight was the biggest indication of where football could go. And it's getting very dangerous now.
Super League.
And this is my issue. Super League, great. Do I think it'll happen? Probably yes. I've had my head in the and someone in the chat will go, you lying this, that, and the other. Listen, I could put my head in the sand all day long. Do I think it will happen? Yes. Will that end my association with Manchester City? Yes, if they do it. But they will be paid. It's shown they can't fill out £60 tickets on a Wednesday night against Burnley. Good luck trying to fill out a 60,000 seater stadium on a Wednesday night in the pouring down rain against Benfica. Because the one thing that no one's ever realised is, and just a snippet for Saturday is, teams from abroad don't travel very well.
Mm-hmm.
So me and Andy said, La Liga don't travel around very well. Look at the away ends in La Liga.
And that's in their own country. That's in their own country, not European.
So we just have to be careful where we're going to take this football level. Because if we're not careful, we're going to end up losing our game. But we'll talk about that more Saturday, as well as Brentford, as well as, I can't remember the topic because it was, but that is Saturday Night Live. Was it 10 or half 10? Pat. Hello?
I thought it was 9:30 or so. Do you want to go late or?
No, 10.
10, okay.
It was 10, so Rich.
10 o'clock. Can I start something off here, Martin? I'll let you finish it off, as it were.
No, I'm done now. You can go. Quiz is coming, I promise you.
Now, I want to ask people in the chat, and then I'll let after I've asked this question, I'll let Martin finish it. How many people are sick of all this anti-City stuff, be it in journalists, the likes of Goldbridge, Talk Sport, la-di-da-di-da. If you're sick of it, Martin, tell them about a show tomorrow.
No, it's your show, mate. You do it.
No, just tell them. No, because you're going to be on it, and Pat's going to be on it. And even
Alan. Well, the Mancunian Way and 9320 podcast, I'll be straight. Me and Andy are going to start doing a show midweek where we're going to do a weekly show.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's going to be a collaboration between 9320 podcast, Mancunian Way, weekly.
Yep.
Won't be on a Thursday. It'll be on a night that we arrange as we go down the road.
Yeah.
because we have our nights and has his night on a Sunday, but we want to do a bit more stuff together as well. So that will be, we're going to start it off tomorrow night over on 9320 Pubcast at 8 p.m, where we are going to talk about the media within Manchester City and why they don't get the credit they deserve. And I'd say Ian Cheeseman talked about it a little bit today. Believe it or not.
He's probably read my tweets, mate, because I've already...
It's
What did he say? It was on his match vlog?
City fans are getting annoyed now. They're at a point where we're sick to death of lies being said about our club and these journalists still being allowed to step foot within the Etihad. Enough's enough.
To be fair, he was one of them during COVID slagging City off, and he thought he had the expectation that City was just going to let him in during COVID times. So he needs to practice what he preaches, does Ian? There's the link for tomorrow, guys, if anybody wants to join us.
There you go. Obviously, it won't show up on mine, but it'll show up on yours. And I'm with you. The hate has gone too far now. It's pathetic. So I think Pat's joining. I'll be on there. Andy will be on there. Alan may join. We might have to gag Alan a little bit because Alan may get a bit carried away on it.
Have you got the software for a 15-second delay?
You might need it.
Listen,
I know it's no old bars. You would really need it still with Alan.
Anybody who sees our shows on the podcast shows, our shows on a Sunday, we have a laugh and a joke and stuff like that. And as well as tackling, the everything City. Tomorrow it's just going to be something different where, something, I've had enough of all these anti-City brigade, all these social media lawyers and stuff like that. I've had enough of it. And if you go on the link there, you'll see the thumbnail of a lot of them, like the Delaney's, the Goldbridges, the Andy Inchcliffes, the Niall Quinns. Listen, I'll tell you something now. Mickey Richards has done my head in for a long, long time, but he's not on the agenda. They're gonna get it tomorrow. They're gonna get it, and I don't care if other rival fans come in the chat or anything like that, because if they talk out of their backside, if they talk bubbles, they will get it as well.
So 8 p.m. tomorrow, 1920 Pubcast. We'll be on it. And then we'll be back Saturday night around about 10 p.m. for Saturday Night Live, where we'll do... Because the reason we wanted to delay was the game's not till Monday. It's very hard to do a preview of a game 5 days before the game is.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a weird time to do a fixture.
So it was... And also, what we'll end up with is transfer deadline stuff. And it'll just... We ain't doing now tomorrow. Listen, turn your clocks off. Don't even put Sky on. Do not, just enjoy the madness. We will not be involved in it.
Kimmy Chimbaqueta's coming tomorrow.
You're lying, son. We will do nout.
For the record, too, someone said, in the comments, said to Andy, where's the two signings? Well, you weren't specific, so the club's just gone and signed 3 players for the women's team. So there you go. There's your signings.
So we've got a bonus part. You must read my mind. That's what I was going to say to Pardo Oaks.
There you go.
I will say, and I did see that Harlock talked about it as well on Extra the other day. Did see that. Kevin Harlock talked about it. Nick Harris, absolute balloon of a person.
He's in the thumbnail.
Now Quinn changed his perspective on City when he left.
Inchcliffe.
Martin should call out
Danny Mills.
Goldbridge has not got the bollocks to come and do anything with me or any City fan who goes to anything or does anything or knows anything. But the simple fact is, the guy is a character. The guy just does what he... And the thing is, his followers fall for it. So good luck to him. He's made a career out of doing it.
And
he's Nottingham Forest's biggest United fan.
Chris Wood's incoming. Yay! 5-year deal.
I've just done the anagram of character.
Andy never said anything was official.
Exactly, Julie.
None of them. Where's Benzema?
No,
none of them know Jack Hall.
That was a player I said I wouldn't mind coming in, and I got slaughtered for it, so I forgot to even said it now.
None of them know Jack on. I would love when City get off and they all get investigated. Spot on. I'm on after this week, but I will try and join because it's getting on my nerves. Spot anyway, but that is tomorrow. We'll be back live Saturday night. Then we'll be live Monday night. We'll do the quiz as well coming up in the next in the next week or two, because I've now ordered the stuff to come.
The answers. He's ordered the answers.
I'm off the charts, tired of these simpletons. What I do want to say, thank you, Pais. What I will say is, everyone tonight, thank you so much, from super chats to membership to even people commenting. It is so appreciated. It really has. Thank you so much. Because listen, never thank us. We will always thank you. You are the channel. You are what make this channel. It will always be your channel.
And it's been a historic night. Alan has sort of spoke sense in parts tonight.
So
historic.
So we're back to a democracy, are we?
Don't start. Listen, I may be the face that runs the place.
Oh, God. Isn't that a bright and rosy future for us all?
But I'm only joking.
Can't wait to see your mug on the side of a 20p coin. Jesus.
Wait till we get Mankweg merch and my face on a hoodie.
Oh, God.
It's bad enough on your shoulders.
Tell me about it. That's what we're missing.
You'll get arrested for mug on mug crime.
If you want merch, I know a top lad who can do it for you.
Biz of you, Andrew. Right, take care, love. Smash that thumbs up on the way out.
And tomorrow, no holds barred, I promise you.
Manway, 10% off. 9320 Pubcast. SavageOnlineStores.co.uk for all your football specialties.
Everything, not just football, anything.
You can follow us. Don't forget MancunianWay894gmail.com, Horse City on Twitter, or MancunianWay1894 on Instagram, where Ozzy will always come back to you. Take care, all. We'll see you Saturday night live on the Mancunian Way for Saturday Night Live. Andy and myself and Pat will see you all tomorrow night on the 9320 Pubcast. So don't forget, we're over on 9320 Pubcast, not the Mancunian Way. See y'all. Take care.
It's all right.
Bye.
Bye.